All right, what is up, all my gamer people? It is Sunday, January 21st, 2004, and I'm excited because this is my first recording after getting my brand new blue mic Yeti. So I got a nice black, sexy looking blue Yeti. I'm glad I got the black color. I always prefer black just because, and it's January 21st, and it's time for another weekly news roundup of all the video game adaptation news that's been coming out this past week. We're going to get into that after the intro. All right, all my peoples, don't forget to like and subscribe. And the first bit of news today is coming from Variety. David S. Sandberg to direct video game adaptation. Until Dawn Horror. Yes, these are some games that these aren't games I never played, but I know that there are a lot of people like them. And as you can see, there's the man, Rami Malek, right there. This is like, I remember seeing him in the game and I already knew who he was, but he wasn't as well known yet. So this was before he won the Oscar for that Queen movie. But he's a really great actor. I've always liked him. Mr. Robot, incredible. Gotta watch it. David S. Sandberg, known for Animal Creation, Shazam, direct the film adaptation of the PlayStation horror game Until Dawn. By Screen Gems and PlayStation Production, HF and the non-screenwriter David Doberman are doing the most recent pass on the script from imitation writer Blair Butler. The plot for the film was under wraps, but it is said to be an R-rated and terrifying love letter to horror genre. The PlayStation video game centers on 8 friends trapped together in a remote island retreat, only to discover they're not alone. They must navigate the dread and fear to make it through the night in one piece. There you go. They mentioned it. The video game, which starred Rami Malek and Hayden Panettiere in motion capture versions, was named in Variety's 2021 list of games that deserve movie adaptation. Under his first look deal with Screen Gems and Sony, Doberman is producing through his coin-operated banner with Sandberg and Lotta Lawson, Mangata, Vertigo Entertainment's Roy Lee, and Assad Kizilbash, I don't know, and Carter Swan of PlayStation Production. As our partnership with Sony Pictures continues to grow, we're thrilled to be working on our first movie with Screen Gems. Until Dawn is a fan favorite PlayStation game that we can't wait to bring to the big screen. Head of PlayStation Productions and Head of Product for PlayStation Studios, Sony Interactive Entertainment, said in a statement, Ashley Brooks and Michael Bitar oversee for the studio. Dan Primozic of Screen Gems closed the rights and helmed the deal for this package. Okay, going over to the Economic Times for more news. Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft release date. Key details. So this is the animated show coming to Netflix. Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics, and Legendary Television have teamed up for a whole new animated series that's based on the video game franchise Tomb Raider. The new series to be out in 2024, which is this year, initially made public besides an anime production dedicated to Skull Island in January 2021. Tomb Raider is one of several video game adaptation projects by Netflix. The Tomb Raider franchise has existed since the middle of the 1990s, being one of the largest gaming franchises in history. The franchise has had 17 video games. I actually didn't know that. With another edition on the way, according to the reports, within 3 years, the game will be reaching its 30th anniversary. Yeah, the 2 reboot games that came out recently are really sinking good. Like, they're really good. So far, 3 movies are out based on the video game, which includes the Lara Croft Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life, the 2 Angelina Jolie entries, in addition to the latest reboot in 2018 with Alicia Vikander, with Warner Bros. Releasing a sequel which is in the works currently. Who are the makers of Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft series? Tasha Ho is the writer of The Legend of Lara Croft. Jero Holloway is the director of the series, with Legendary Television being the producers besides Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics, Tractor Pants, whoever that is, and DJ2 Entertainment. Powerhouse Animation Studios will be working on the project. It is behind Castlevania on Netflix. It is behind Castlevania and very recently signed a first-look agreement with Netflix, operating out of Austin in Texas. The executive producers are Stephen Vladimir Bogage, Howard K. Bliss, Jacob Robinson, and Dimitri M. Johnson. So, the plot. In the initial days, Netflix has listed the project on its site as a Japanese anime action series described as a road trip adventure. It has not yet been confirmed when Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft will be releasing on Netflix. As per Haley Atwell, who I guess is doing her voice. They didn't mention that earlier unless they did. I don't know if that's been announced, but If that is her, then it makes sense because she's got that perfect British female voice. As per Haley Atwell, the release date could be in the summer of 2024. Over here in IGN, an announcement for another adaptation for a game that I've never heard of. Martha is Dead becomes the latest video game to get a film adaptation, currently in active development. So I have never heard of this game whatsoever. That's interesting, again, to see that games that, not that just because I didn't hear of it, anything, but, games that are small that probably a lot of people haven't heard of are getting adaptations. Martha is Dead, the psychological thriller from LKA. LKA is the latest video game franchise to get an adaptation for the big screen. Announced in a press release, Martha is Dead film adaptation is in active development and is a collaboration between LKA, Martha is Dead publisher Wired Productions, and Studios Extraordinaires. Ray Hedetoft and Andreas Trodsen, both of whom work at Studios Extraordinaire, will serve as the movie's co-directors. The game creators are directing it. That doesn't always happen, with Hedetoft to write the script and Trodsen serving as cinematographer. I have a feeling the game itself is probably very cinematic. Like, even looking down here, I can kind of get idea what it's about. Every element of Martha is Dead was created with extraordinary precision and care. The narrative's complexity was meticulously planned, visualized, and even shaped with a cinematic quality in the mind. Luca Dalco, the founder and director of LKA, writer and designer for Martha is Dead, in the press release. Bringing this to life as a film is a dream come true. Martha is Dead, released on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Amazon Luna in 2022, set in the Italian countryside as World War II is drawing to a close. Players control Giulia, the young woman who unravels the mystery surrounding the death of her twin sister, Martha. Martha is Dead is an unflinching and utterly absorbing ordeal to be endured rather than enjoyed. Christian Ogilvy wrote in his review, Martha is Dead is among video game IPs adapted to another form of media. Some upcoming films based on video game properties is Eli Roth's Borderlands film, Ghosts of Tsushima, Death Stranding, Minecraft, and Legend of Zelda. So over here on the playlist, a little update on the Minecraft movie. So they've added a couple to the casting, namely Kate McKinnon, Jeremy Clement, and Jennifer Coolidge join Jason Momoa for upcoming video game adaptation. How's this for the most unlikely ensemble cast? Deadline reporters reports that SNL alum Kate McKinnon and New Zealand comedic actor Jeremy Clement are the latest to join Jason Momoa in the Warner Brothers adaptation of Minecraft. The news comes just one day after Jennifer Coolidge joined the cast of the upcoming blockbuster. That's a bit much. You're saying it's going to be a blockbuster? I mean, likely. I mean, if everyone, just like every video game adaptation thing that I believe is like, even if just the people that love the game go to see it, it'll make lots of money, and Minecraft is a behemoth. It is a humongous game. The news comes just one day after Jennifer Coolidge joined the cast of the upcoming blockbuster. That's quite the motley crew for the movie, which on paper looks good hang for all. McKinnon, Clement, and Coolidge joined Jack Black, Daniel Brooks, Emma Myers, Sebastian Eugene Hansen as Momoa's co-stars in the picture. Jared Hess helms the movie, which instantly makes it more interesting to me because Jared Hess did Napoleon Dynamite, which is stinking hilarious. So I like the fact that he's directing that. And it just goes to show that they're kind of getting it with adaptations and picking interesting directors, not the ones who you just kind of figure. Jared Hess helms Minecraft for WB Legendary, a feature film take on the wildly popular Mojang video game series. So the film is already shooting right now in North Zealand, which probably half explains Clement's involvement. I doubt that. It doesn't matter where they live. But based on him and McKinnon along with Jack Black, expect heavy comedic in this one. If this is the last thing anyone expects from Jennifer Coolidge after The White Lotus, it'll be nice to see her work with the crew too. Why would you say that? Is she retiring? I don't know. She's like having a definite moment in her career right now. Probably the biggest she's ever been. She's in the twilight of her career. She's blowing up. Producers on Minecraft include Roy Lee, John Berg, Mary Parent, Cale Boiter, Momoa, Torif Franz Olafsson, Vu Boy. Posthumous credit for Jill Messick. Well, that's too bad. R.I.P. Executive producers include Kayleen Waters, Brian Mendoza, and Jonathan Spates. Vertigo, Mojang, Microsoft, and Momoa's banner On the Roam join Warner Brothers and Legendary on the production side. Fresh off her turn as Weird Barbie in Barbie, McKinnon's also on Hulu's In the Blink of an Eye on the way. The stars in Avatar: The Way of Water back in 2022, long and boring, and will return to the James Cameron sequel, Avatar 3, which I'm sure will be long and boring. Up next for Clement, Sony's Harold and the Purple Crayon, and Wildwood, a stop-motion animation feature based on the novel of the same name. And fresh off her Emmy victory for The White Lotus, Coolidge has crime thriller Riff Raff on the way with Pete Davidson, Dustin Hoffman, Gabrielle Union, Ed Harris, Brian Cox, Louis Pillman, and Bill Murray. That's quite the cast, actually. Dustin Hoffman and Bill Murray. Brian Cox, that's pretty sweet. That's a sweet cast. Next year, April 4th, 2025. They had the exact release date already. Yeah, early in the year seems to be the time. Like last year, Mario came out in April and it blew up. So maybe early in the year it helps more with not having to compete with bigger movies. Want a plot synopsis? Here's a logline. A teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers must save the overworld after the Ender Dragon sets out on a path of destruction. That's a little strange to say the Ender Dragon as if people would know. Like if you don't play the game, you have no idea what that is. And I'm curious to see what Momoa's role will be, because he's like kind of the main star, so possibly he's kind of like a character that helps these children. So as always, almost every week is a little bit of news or something, but almost every week there's like something new coming out. So, but over here it's just kind of a joke that Pedropascal jokes about Kieran Culkin beating the shit out of him because his arm was in a sling at the Emmys, and people have been wondering about that. So he joked that Kieran Culkin beat the shit out of me. Pedropascal got his revenge on Kieran Culkin at the 2023 Emmys by joking that his recent shoulder was Kieran Culkin beat the shit out of me. The Emmys audience erupted in laughter while the broadcast cut to Culkin and the audience looking stone-faced serious. I'll put up a picture of that because I saw it's pretty funny, and his face looks so serious. He's almost like, he literally looks like he is pissed off, but you know, he's a good actor. So, I mean, the dude's been winning Emmys all the time now. All of a sudden, he's like Mr. Emmy, Mr. Golden. Pascal has attended several award shows in recent weeks wearing a giant sling because of the fall. He assured press at the Golden Globes earlier this month that the injury will be fully healed and the sling will be off by the time Last of Us Season 2 kicks off in February. So that's next month. They're going to start filming Last of Us 2. Pascal attended the 2023 Emmys as a nominee for The Last of Us in the Best Lead Actor in the Drama Series category, which he did not win. Hogan spoke to with Pascal at the Golden Globes when he won the prize for Best Actor in TV Drama thanks to his role in the final season of HBO's Succession. During his acceptance speech, Culkin told the audience, "I was nominated for a Golden Globe like 20 years ago. And when that moment passed, I still remember thinking, I'll never be in this room again. Thanks to Succession, I've been in here a couple times." He continued before cracking up the crowd saying, "Suck it, Pedro." Not sure why he even said that, but I guess they have a joke beef. Well, all my gamer home slices, that looks like that is the week in the news of video game adaptations. So I'm excited to get to the editing of this to hear how much different the quality, but I can't really play it back on my laptop because I don't get the full quality of the sound. But let me know what you guys are excited about. Any of those adaptation news? Did any of that news excite you in any which way? Do you care? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. And also don't forget to keep gaming.